I'm Reverend Kathy. Welcome to Unity North Spiritual Center here in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. We are an inclusive community. We welcome and accept all people. So whoever you are, wherever you are on your spiritual path, you're always welcome here at Unity. And we're glad you're with us today. We're also part of a greater worldwide Unity movement, the publishers of the Daily Word magazine, and we have been holding 136 years of prayer vigil through Silent Unity, the prayer ministry of the Unity movement. So prayer is the heart and soul of Unity. And our prayer chaplain today after service is Nola Bean. So he's here in person. And if you're online, though, you can give him a call. The number will show up in the chat and announcements. And he'll get back with you in that first hour after service. So thank you, Noel. And our healing facilitator today is Wendy Erickson. So she's also with us in person. And you can find her by the Buddha in the back hallway after church if you want to sign up for a healing session. So thank you, Wendy. All right, and why don't we begin with our vision and mission statements. And then I'll introduce everybody after. Okay, our vision first. Centered in prayer, we create for all a world of love, harmony, and abundance. And our mission is celebrating spirit, exploring truths, awakening hearts, inspiring dreams, serving community. And just note the values at the bottom are core foundational beliefs here at Unity. With that, I just want to say we want to welcome our production team today. We have Tracy and Martha. Our worship assistant is Howard Grinzel. And we'd always like to welcome back Judy Vinar. All right, I invite you to stand now for our opening song.
I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free, you are unlimited. Right now, right now. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free, you are unlimited. Right now, right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited. Right now, right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited. Right now, right now.
Good morning, everybody. So we've been welcomed here by Reverend Kathy, which is a macro greeting, so to speak. And so now let's get into our greeting, more of a micro, so we can take a moment to acknowledge each other right here in this room right now. And those joining us online, we greet you. If there's anyone new here in person, be sure you contact one of us afterwards if you have any questions about the service or about Unity. And the same for those folks online. You can put a question in the chat. It'll remain private and get sent right to the church. And we'll get back to you with the answers to your questions hopefully. So we are all blessed, of course, by each other's presence, and we are right here, right now. So we know this place is part of the worldwide unity movement, and we know that prayer is the heart and soul of unity. A Sioux Native American proverb suggests the longest journey we will ever take is the 18 inches from our head to our heart. Others have stated that this journey exists to close the gap between what I know about God in my head and who I believe him to be in my heart. So moving from our head to our heart, I see the light within myself starting to grow brighter, and I offer prayers of gratitude. I can disagree with a coworker, neighbor, or perhaps someone in my church, and still find common ground. For this, I offer prayers of peace. I know when I treat everyone, regardless of the situation or circumstance, with respect, kindness, and love, I'm treating myself with respect, kindness, and love. And for that, I offer prayers of humility and grace. Further strengthened by prayer, I walk with courage, awe, and wonder, and embrace this journey of manifesting my continued spiritual growth. And now, if you'd like, you may close your eyes, and we'll release these prayers in silence. I am healed and strong, healthy and whole, in my body and in my soul. Let's say that again. I am healed and strong, healthy and whole, in my body and in my soul. And one more time. I am healed and strong, healthy and whole, in my body and in my soul. If you have a prayer request, we have a box out in the narthex. You can write down your prayer request. It can be anonymous. You don't have to attach your name to it. And Reverend Kathy will, if she's here that day, will read the prayer, and it will be sent to Silent Unity. So let us remain centered for today's daily word. The daily word is world peace. The peace of my soul brings peace to the world. The Bible's sacred pairings, lions and lambs, swords and plowshares, reveal that peace becomes possible when I or others hold life's polarities in harmony. These verses remind me that the wholeness arises not from opposition, but from integration. Within all people, strength and tenderness, boundaries and compassion, courage and vulnerability arise from the same divine source. Lion and lamb are not rivals. They are facets of one creation. Sword and plow are not contradictions. They are different tools for transformation. Peace begins when we see that opposites, both within and around us, can be allies rather than adversaries. As this realization takes root, any impulse to defend or harden begins to fade. From Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4, they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nations shall not lift up sword against nation. Now Judy will prepare us for meditation.
The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. All is beautiful. All is well. All is beautiful, all is well. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. All is beautiful, all is well, all is beautiful, all is well.
So I invite you to sit back, close your eyes, prepare for meditation. And let's transition into the sacred sanctuary of our own being. Take a deep conscious breath in, pulling life, energy, and spirit deep into your lungs. And let it go with a soft, audible sigh. And bring your awareness entirely into this present moment. Drop your shoulders, soften your jaw. Let go of a busy morning. And with every exhale, consciously release the heavy collective weight of the outer world. Let go of global news, the noise of the marketplace, the illusion of scarcity. Just let it dissolve. Now shift your attention to the center of your chest, the seat of your heart, the gateway to your divine consciousness. Imagine a soft, warm, golden light beginning to glow right there in your heart center. And with every gentle breath you take, this light expands. It radiates through your physical body, calming your nervous system, soothing your mind, and reminding every cell of your being you are safe, you are whole, and you are deeply loved. Behind your closed eyes, become aware of the vast screen of your own mind. This is the canvas of your reality. This is where your conscious and subconscious minds meet. In this quiet, deeply receptive state, you are standing in the field of unlimited possibilities. I invite you to bring a vivid image onto the screen of your mind, representing your highest, most abundant life. Do not filter it based on what you think you can afford. Just see yourself moving through your days with more vibrant, radiant health. See your relationships overflowing with harmony, laughter, and mutual support. See your financial resources flowing to you easily and continuously from both expected and unexpected sources. And feel the physical sensation of relief and freedom that comes with this abundance. Feel the joy and breathe that feeling in. Let it saturate your subconscious mind as you feel it in the silence. These truths within your own soul. I am one with the infinite supply of the divine. I step out of the narrative of lack and into the reality of overflow. My good is independent of human conditions. I claim my prosperity unapologetically, right here and right now. Feel the mental wells of your creativity and power being cleared of all doubt. You are plugging directly into the invisible magnetic force of spirit. Take one more deep, luxurious breath, anchoring this feeling of deep peace and absolute abundance into your physical body. Know that this abundant field goes with you wherever you walk. And now gently bring your awareness back to this place, this room. Feel the seat beneath you. Stretch your fingers and your toes. Softly open your eyes. And we say, thank you, God, for divine abundance and our ability to manifest it. And so it is. Amen.
Every life is meant for living. Every song is to be sung. Every gift is meant for giving. It's the same for everyone. For the world was built by dreamers, those who dream, and so it seems But this world was made for dreaming. If we just wake up and dream, you can wait a lonely lifetime for a knock upon your door. Ships are safe inside the harbor, but is that what ships are for? All the world was built by dreamers, those who dream, and so it seems. But this world is made for dreaming. If we just wake up and dream, there's a time for every person, there's a space for everything, and from every situation, what we take is what we bring. You can wait a lonely lifetime for a knock upon your door. Ships are safe inside the harbor, but is that what ships are for? All the world was built by dreamers, those who dream, and so it seems. But this world was made for dreaming. If we just wake up and dream, all the world was made for dreaming. If we just wake up and dream.
Thank you, Junie. Beautiful. Well, Sir Arthur Sullivan of the famous musical duo Gilbert and Sullivan was an incredibly wealthy and highly celebrated composer. But he was also notoriously absent-minded about day-to-day human affairs. One evening, he arrived in a small English town by train to conduct a massive choral festival. He stepped off the train, he reached into his velvet coat pocket to pull out the address of the venue and his hotel, and realized his pocket was entirely empty. He had left his itinerary at home in London. Panicked, he rushed to the local telegraph office and sent an urgent, expensive telegram to his personal secretary back in London. The telegram read, "Am arrived safely, but where am I, and what am I supposed to be doing here? Reply immediately." Well, a few minutes later, the secretary sent a dry one-sentence reply that cost Sullivan a small fortune in telegraph fees. "You are in Birmingham, and you are conducting the Messiah at 8 o'clock. So the metaphysical lesson here is that, like Sullivan, we are immensely gifted, spiritually wealthy human beings who frequently wander through the human experience, completely forgetting who we are, where we are, and what divine gifts we are actually here to conduct. So today marks day one of a transformative 6-week journey. May it help us to know more about who we are and about the divine gifts we are here to conduct. We're diving deep into a powerhouse of a book entitled Unapologetic Manifestation by prosperity author Ken Daigle. Now, when you hear the words unapologetic manifestation in a spiritual community, some people might get a little nervous. We have been conditioned by traditional religious thought to believe that humility means playing small. We are taught to apologize for our big dreams or to feel guilty for wanting material wealth, vibrant health, or a life filled with luxurious leisure time. If you also turn on the news or look at your bank account after buying groceries, the word unapologetic might feel a bit jarring. We are living through a deeply challenging cultural moment. We are constantly bombarded right now with a narrative of lack. We are told everything has become unaffordable. We watch the price of gas and groceries climb. On top of that, we carry the heavy global weight of supporting an unwanted war. So in times like these, standard spiritual platitudes can feel a bit empty. If someone tells you to just think positive thoughts while you're staring at a skyrocketing electric bill, you have every right to roll your eyes. But true manifestation is not spiritual wishful thinking. It is not about pretending the world's challenges do not exist. It is a profound, rigorous alignment of your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and the divine field of infinite possibilities. I'll say that again. It is a profound, rigorous alignment of your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and the divine field of infinite possibilities. Manifestation is simply the process of aligning with your higher purpose and boldly stepping into who you truly are. It is a scientific, psychological, and spiritual process. It requires us to embed our desired outcomes so deeply into our thoughts, words, images, and behaviors that the outer world has no choice but to reflect it back to us. So today we're going to look at why we have a divine right to claim our abundance, not in spite of what is happening in the world, but right in the absolute center of it. So let's start by defining our terms, because the world has hijacked the word abundance. The world tells you abundance is a scorecard. It says abundance is the exact balance in your checking account, the zip code you live in, or the model of the car you drive. Financial resources are absolutely a beautiful part of a prosperous life, and Unity never shies away from honoring material well-being, but true abundance is much, much bigger than currency. Author Ken Daigle challenges us to drop the spiritual politeness and be unapologetic. True abundance is a vast spiritual territory. It includes financial resources, enriching relationships, work you love, unexpected gifts, and the freedom to enjoy them. Today we look at the foundation of it all, understanding you cannot have abundance until you realize you are abundance. Now let's look at this through the lens of modern science. Charles Fillmore, Unity's co-founder, always said science would eventually prove what Jesus taught, and he was right. Quantum physics has completely shattered the old mechanical view of the universe. In classical physics, we looked at the world as a giant machine made of separate objects. Under that old model, manifestation means I'm over here, broke or lonely, and the thing I want is over there. And I have to somehow use willpower, manipulation, or intense visualization to drag that object across space and time to me. Quantum physics says that is an absolute illusion. When scientists peer deep into the heart of an atom, they find it is 99.9999% empty space. But it is not empty. It is an energetic field of infinite, overlapping possibilities. Every potential version of your life already exists in that field as a wave of probability. So there is a version of you that is vibrantly healthy. There is a version of you that is financially free. There is a version of you doing work you love. And they are not in the future. They are right here, right now, existing as potential waves. So how does a wave become a physical reality? Through the observer effect. Your consciousness behaves like a camera shutter. Whatever frequency your consciousness holds is the exact wave that you collapse into a physical material particle. So if you are vibrating at the frequency of, I am trying to get money, your consciousness is broadcasting a signal of lack. You are telling the universe, I don't have it. And the quantum field, which acts like a giant cosmic mirror, simply reflects that lack back to you. It says, granted, you don't have it. That's why Ken Daigle emphasizes we must stop trying to have abundance and start being it. You cannot attract what you want. You can only attract what you are. So to change your outer material resources, you must first change your inner broadcast. You must step into the frequency of the wish fulfilled before the physical evidence appears. You must step into the frequency of the wish fulfilled before the physical evidence appears. So this brings us to a beautiful metaphysical interpretation of Scripture. In the Gospels, Jesus says, to those who have, more will be given. And from those who do not have, even what they think they have will be taken away. On the surface, that sounds incredibly unfair. It sounds like a harsh economic system. But metaphysically, Jesus was explaining quantum mechanics. He was talking about consciousness. If we come from a consciousness of having, meaning we feel rich in spirit, grateful for the wonders of nature, and aware of our divine inheritance, the universe matches that fullness. If we come from a consciousness of not having, focusing on what's missing, our very perception causes our remaining resources to shrink. And let's be honest, the universe has a phenomenal sense of humor when it comes to testing our expectations. When we hold a rigid idea of how abundance must show up, we block the field of unlimited possibilities. There's a wonderful little-known story from the 1920s about a man named Arthur. He was desperate for a financial breakthrough, and he prayed aggressively for a specific sum of money to buy a vehicle for his business. He wrote it down, he visualized it, and he waited. And a week later, his eccentric uncle passed away and left Arthur a massive inheritance. But it was not cash. It was a literal, full-sized, operational carnival carousel, complete with 40 hand-carved wooden horses. Arthur was furious. He yelled at the universe, I asked for transportation capital, and you gave me a merry-go-round that goes in circles? He completely missed the blessing. It did not look like a bank check. So dejected, he put an ad in the paper to sell it. A wealthy collector saw it, realized the wooden horses were rare antiques, and bought the carousel from Arthur for 5 times the amount of money Arthur had originally asked for in his prayers. So the universe bypassed his limited intellect and gave him an unexpected gift wrapped in a ridiculous package. We can call it grace. You know, when we stop apologizing for wanting abundance, stop dictating exactly how it must arrive, the divine can get incredibly creative. And sometimes the grace comes anyway in the form of an unexpected gift. It reminds me of a boy who was learning to align himself with the creativity of the divine, though he would not have called it that. His father was a banker who always advised his son to think big. And he came home one day to find the boy in the yard with the family dog and a sign that said, "Dog for sale, $38,000. The father smiled and went into the house. The next day, the sign and the dog had vanished. The banker asked his son, "You didn't get $38,000 for that dog, did you?" "No," the boy replied, "but I traded him for 2 $19,000 cats." So it may take some time for us to understand manifestation occurs from who we are rather than what we have. We see this interplay between the visible and invisible worlds illustrated in history. There's a story from the early 1900s about the great master illusionist Harry Houdini and his less famous rival, a French conjurer named Jean-Eugène Robert Houdin. Robert Houdin was sent by the French government to Algeria in 1856 to quiet a rebellion. The local leaders were using optical illusions to convince people they had supernatural powers to spark a war. So Robert Houdin stepped onto the stage in front of the tribal chiefs, and he presented a small, light wooden box with a metal handle. He asked the strongest warrior to lift it, and the warrior lifted it easily. Then Robert Houdin said, "Now I will sap your strength, and you will be powerless." He flipped a hidden switch on an electromagnet beneath the stage, and the warrior strained, sweated, and pulled with all his might, but the tiny box would not budge. The warrior ran from the stage in terror, believing he had lost his power. The warrior did not lose his strength. He was simply fighting against an invisible, massive field of magnetic energy that he did not understand. When we try to force abundance through sheer human struggle, by working ourselves to exhaustion, by panicking over the news, by fighting the outer world, we are like that warrior trying to yank a box against an electromagnet. We are fighting the wrong force. Manifestation is about turning off the old, heavy currents of fear and plugging directly into the unlimited divine field of spirit. Author Ken Daigle shares his own experience of this in the introduction and early part of the book. One of the things I appreciate about this book is his authenticity and his vulnerability in sharing his story. And it's always true, isn't it, that when we hear stories of overcoming, we are inspired to know that the possibility, or to know that the possibility of moving from lack to abundance is possible, or from surviving to thriving, or from sickness to health, or fear to glorious peace, that it's possible for us also. In Ken's case, his life was transformed from poverty, ill health, loneliness, and total addiction to financial success, health and vitality, ultimately a joyful marriage, children, success, travel, and overflowing abundance. His story is quite amazing. And it took surrender. letting go, and purposeful spiritual action. And of course, it did not just fall in his lap all at once. He had to align himself with spirit and claim his good. And that took some time, but he did it. This college kid was once working on his manifestation ability, but he knew about positive thinking and gratitude. He said, "Hey, Dad, I've got some great news for you." "What is your news, son?" "Remember that $500 you promised me if I made the dean's list?" His dad said, "Yes, I certainly do." His son exclaimed, "Well, you get to keep it." It's a positive approach. When we look at Scripture through a metaphysical lens, we find blueprints for navigating economic or other kinds of downturns. We often hear about Jesus feeding the multitudes, but let us travel back to the Hebrew Scriptures to a lesser studied story in Genesis 26. The text tells us there was a severe famine in the land, and everyone was fleeing, packing up their lives and running to Egypt because Egypt had resources. But the divine voice tells Isaac to stay put. God says, "Do not go down to Egypt. Live in the land where I tell you to live." And metaphysically, Egypt represents in this story the realm of material dependency, the belief that our good comes strictly from the outer world, from the government, from the economy, or from human systems. The divine tells Isaac, "Do not look to the outer world for your source." Then Genesis 26:12 delivers a stunning line. Isaac planted crops in that land, and the same year reaped 100-fold because the Lord blessed him. So think about the psychological audacity of this action. There is a drought. The ground is cracked and dry. Everyone around him is hoarding seeds or running away in panic. Yet Isaac takes his precious seed and he flings it into the dry dirt. And he embeds his vision of harvest into the earth through his physical behavior. And after his massive harvest, the local Philistines grew envious. To sabotage him, they went around and filled all the wells that Isaac's father Abraham had dug with dirt. So they literally plugged up his source of water. And what did Isaac do? He did not declare bankruptcy. He did not go to war with them. The text says Isaac simply moved to a new spot and dug the wells again. The Philistines claimed that water too. So Isaac moved again and dug a third well. And this time, no one fought him over it. He named that well Rehoboth, which means the Lord has made room for us and we will flourish in the land. A long definition for one word. But metaphysically, the Philistines represent our doubting thoughts, the talking heads on television, and the collective anxiety of our culture. They are the voices that say, the prices are too high, there is not enough, your stream is drying up. Those voices throw dirt into our mental wells of creativity, peace, and faith. Your job as an unapologetic manifester is to do exactly what Isaac did. When the world throws dirt on your vision, you don't fight the dirt. You just start digging another well in your consciousness. You keep meditating. You keep speaking words of life. You keep imagining you're good. You dig until you hit Rehoboth, the deep, unshakable realization that divine mind has already made room for you to flourish, regardless of the outer landscape. You surrender to the divine. So we can balance our own heart and mind to create beauty, order, and abundance in our community, even during times of severe drought or societal upheaval. And if our inner state is chaotic, though, we paint a chaotic picture on the canvas of our reality. But when we anchor our mind in the substance of the divine, we become an artisan of our own life. We embed our intentions into the creative field through our focus. If we focus on the cost of the grocery bill with a sense of victimhood, we are programming our subconscious mind to look for more lack, more limitation, and more reasons to be afraid. But when we consciously claim that the universe is our immediate, abundant, and everlasting supply, we align ourselves with that dynamic flowing energy of the cosmos. So how do we practically apply this scientific, psychological, and spiritual process right now, this week? How do we live unapologetically? And what I'm going to tell you now, I have a flyer on that you will be handed as you walk out the door. So would be a lot to take in, so you'll have time to read it and reflect on it. So number one would be claim your identity. I would suggest that every morning, look in the mirror and say it unapologetically. I am the field of abundance in human form. I am the field of abundance in human form. 2, monitor your thoughts and words and choose gratitude and high expectations. So instead of limitation and lack, you can choose instead to speak words of gratitude, resilience, and high expectation without being in denial about outer appearance if it's not good. If you're looking at the things of the world and you're worried, just choose what you want to give your power to. And 3, change your behavior and act from a consciousness of abundance. And here's some small ways, and you can list some more. Leave a slightly bigger tip for your server. Put money in a donation basket with a genuine smile. Maybe add $1 in the donation basket, buy Sunday treats after service. Buy the good coffee for yourself instead of the cheap one as a conscious signal to your brain that you are taken care of. This week, when you pump your gas, bless it. When you buy your groceries, say a silent prayer of thanksgiving. When you hear rumors of trouble, or when you worry about not receiving the money you're promised, dig another well in your heart. And if you don't remember what that means, you might have to listen to the talk again. These micro actions break the hypnotic spell of poverty or lack consciousness. So as we step into the 6-week journey together, I invite you to drop the spiritual apology. Let us stop feeling guilty for desiring prosperity while the world is in chaos, if in fact you may be feeling that. Our poverty or lack does not serve the world. Our lack cannot feed a single hungry child. Our financial stress cannot bring peace to a war-torn nation. But our abundance, our peace, our clear, overflowing consciousness, now that is a healing balm for our planet. When you step into your highest purpose, when you manifest a more vibrant health, thriving resources, deep joy, you become a lighthouse. You prove to everyone around you the promises of Spirit are real, true, and active right here and right now. You are an expression of the divine. The field of unlimited possibilities is open, active, and waiting for your command. Stand tall, claim your good, and manifest who you are unapologetically. And then I invite you to sign up for the Wednesday class. Rhonda will be teaching them, though I will teach one, and then I'll do all the Sunday lessons, but she will do one. The classes will help you deepen this process. You can be a casual observer or an active participant, truly shifting your consciousness as a manifester of abundance. So let us affirm together now, I am now open to the infinite possibilities within and around me. Together, I am now open to the infinite possibilities within and around me. And so it is. God, Spirit, the universe blesses you now. Thank you.
Stand, in the end, it still be you. One that's done all the things you set out to do. Stand, there's a cross for you to bear, things to go through if you're going anywhere. Oh, stand for the things that you know are right. It's the truth that the truth makes them so uptight. Stand, all the things you want are real. You have you to complete, and there is no deal. Everybody stand, stand. Ooh. Stand, you've been sitting much too long. There's a permanent crease in your right and wrong. Stand, there's a small one standing tall, and a giant beside them about to fall. Oh, stand, stand. Ooh. Oh, stand. They will try to make you crawl, and they know what you're saying makes sense and all. Stand, don't you know you are free? Well, at least in your mind, if you want to be. Everybody stand, stand. Everybody stand, stand.
Now it is time to bless our offering. We bless all that we have to offer, those who share their resources in abundance, those who give of their time. We are grateful for this physical building, and we don't take for granted the air conditioning, fresh water, or gathering space that it provides. We are blessed to have ushers, teachers, musicians, a tech team, worship assistants, snack people, and many others, including Reverend Kathy. We are blessed by all who support us with prayer. It is all these gifts, it is all of you that support, strengthen, and keep us Unity North Spiritual Center. For all these blessings, please join me. Together, divine love flowing through me now blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, Gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me.
All right, we have some announcements and community news. The prayer chaplain, as mentioned, is Noel Levine. Our healing facilitators, Wendy Erickson. Party program tickets are still available for purchasing online. The Purse Party Bingo, hosted by Don Norden and Wendy Erickson, is Saturday, August 1st at noon. There's plenty of tickets left. Chocolate and Dreams with Reverend Kathy and Becky O, Saturday, August 8th, 1:30 to 4. There is one ticket available. Please don't storm the castle to get it. Outdoor movie and dinner night, Mamma Mia, hosted by Nancy Helvig, is July 15th, Saturday. August 15th. Address will be emailed once you buy your tickets, and there are plenty left. Brandy asked that you take lots of pictures if you're attending one of the parties and send them to her, and she makes slides and collages that are available viewing on the TV screen in the narthex. July 23rd, family table. In the spirit of abundance, if you're wondering whether this is the type of event or service work for you, I would ask you to, in your mind, tell yourself that you can make a difference, that I am needed, that Kathleen and the other workers need me to show up and help feed the people in this community, serving meals and engaging within that community. We could use a few more people. So as you pray about that, see where the universe guides you. As mentioned, new class this Wednesday, Unapologetic Manifestation. It's a 6-week class, lesson on Sunday, follow-up class on Wednesdays. The follow-up class on Wednesdays is on Zoom only. And of course, the services here on Sunday are both. The book, Unapologetic Manifestation, can be purchased online through our Unity link, and we get a little piece of the action if you do it that way. Separate workbook will not be needed. The registration for this and all the other things and information you'd like to know about the parties, etc., is online at our website. You're asked by Wednesday, if you're joining us for the class, to read chapters 1 and 2 before Wednesday and the introduction, just to prepare. All right, please join me in our affirmation prayer. Together, centered in prayerful intention, we give thanks for an overflowing abundance of spiritual awakening, prosperity, new members, and children for Unity North Spiritual Center. And Reverend Kathy will lead us in the prayer for protection.
Well, let's give a hand to Howard. Thank you today. Tracy and Martha, thank you for your production today. And Judy, that last song, Stan, was fabulous. All your music today. Thank you so much. And I invite you now to stand for a prayer for protection, our peace song. Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the